Hi guys! Today I'm going to start recording an introductory series about Spanish. Why would you want to learn Spanish first of all? Well, it's fun. Learning a language is very fun and can be used in many different ways as well. It's also a nice challenge since you're not learning a language that you've ever learned before. It's also useful in many different real life situations. For example, let's just say that your worker is Hispanic and you want to speak to them. It also looks good on a college application as well. In some cases, it's even required to graduate from high school. Well, here are your first words. The word hola means hello. Notice that the H is actually silent in this word. Conversely, the word adios means goodbye. Notice the accent on adios. That means that the syllable is stressed and it's pronounced adios, not adios or adios. Now, let's move on to describing your name. Me llamo. Me llamo means my name is. Notice how I pronounced the word llamo with two L's, but I pronounced it with a ya sound. That happens in Spanish. When two L's are next to each other in a Spanish word, it's pronounced ya. To ask someone what their name is, you could either use the phrases como te llamas or como se llama. Notice again that there's an accent on the O in como. That means the first syllable is stressed and it's pronounced como, not como. Depending on if you want to address a person formally, you would choose one of them. If you want to address a person who is your friend or your equal, you would address them informally, saying como te llamas. However, if you're addressing a person you do not know, who is senior to you, you would use the formal form, saying como se llama instead of como te llamas. Okay, let's just say that someone introduced themselves and said this phrase, y tú. That means and you. When they say this, they're expecting a response back from the same question. So let's just say that someone asks you the phrase, como te llamas? You respond by saying, me llamo Fortuner. And then you would respond back saying, y tú, asking them what their name is. After you guys have introduced your names, you could say the phrases mucho gusto, which means nice to meet you. If someone says mucho gusto, you can respond to them by saying igualmente. Repeat after me. Igualmente. Or encantado or encantada. Encantado is a phrase which depends on the gender. If you are a boy, you would say encantado. If you are a girl, you would say encantada. Both of these phrases mean likewise. Another way to greet someone, notice how the O in bueno changes to an A when I say tardes and noches. That is because the words tardes and noches are feminine words. Well, that's it for the Every single words. Spanish word has a specific gender. There are three different types of genders: masculine, feminine, and neutral. Gender is determined by the article before a noun, either el or la. Both of them mean the. These genders are mostly arbitrary, but Spanish words that refer to humans are not, with words describing females being almost always feminine, and vice versa. For example, el libro, which means the book. It's a masculine noun. However, la mesa, which means the table, is a feminine noun. Neutral words can take up both genders, el and la. It depends on the gender of the subject you're talking about.